Hello and welcome. Today we are honored to speak with Dr. Neeru Gupta, a distinguished OBGYN hospitalist and physician leader at Kaiser Permanente in Northern California. Dr. Gupta served as the medical director for Kaiser Permanente's prenatal patient safety program in Northern California for 10 years and has recently transitioned into a new role as the medical director of risk management and patient safety for the Kaiser Permanente Northern California region. In celebration of National Women Physician Day, we'll be discussing the pivotal role women physicians play in shaping healthcare, the challenges they've overcome, and the inspiring progress they continue to drive in the field. Dr. Gupta, welcome to our program and thank you for joining us. To start, could you please share some of your unique challenges you faced as a female physician, how you have how these experiences shaped your approach to patient care and leadership in healthcare?
Oh, thank you so much, Sanaz, for having me. I think first I just want to say that, I'm not going to be able to speak for all women. We're such a diverse group. And so I'm going to speak from my own personal experiences. And I know that the audience will all be able to either have some similarities and experiences, or they might have something completely different. So I want to just respect that diversity of our group. And also, I want to make sure that anything I say isn't meant to put down all of the men that support our lives and our work and help to elevate us through what we do and that have helped shape my path. I think throughout my career and my life, of course, I've faced experiences with both patients and colleagues alike, regardless of their gender, where they've underestimated my role and my abilities, whether that's because I'm a woman or because I'm brown or maybe I'm quiet or I looked young, whatever the case may be. I can't always know someone else's mind. Um, but I think, while these experiences are painful, especially in the moment, I've learned that I need to stay authentic to who I am. I think I've learned over time how valuable my voice is, that it matters, that I know and trust my own skill set and continue to learn and grow and, provide what I have to offer and stay true to that. And in terms of patient care and even leadership, comments that I've maybe have gotten in before in terms of criticism, like, oh, you're sensitive or emotional or expressive. I've learned those to become strengths. I think I've transitioned into thinking about how I can, and I have taken care of my patients with empathy. And I try to lead from a place of empathy. I make sure that whenever I'm instituting programs for change, I'm thinking about who my end user is and making sure that it's something that they can do and doesn't disrupt their work and their lives. Um, and I've also learned that, by being vulnerable, which is also a part of who I am, I've built wonderful connections with people, wonderful friends, and it's helped to add value to my work and to my life. So, sometimes we need to take those criticisms and think about, how we can actually leverage them as strengths rather than thinking that we need to change who we are.
That's wonderful. Um, I apologize. Dr. Gupta, as we look to the future, how do you see the role of female physicians evolving within the healthcare ecosystem? Specifically, what impact do you see them having on shaping policies, advancing equity, and fostering a more inclusive environment for the next generation of physicians?
Oh, thank you, Sanaz. I think women and female physicians have become more of a force to be reckoned with in our healthcare system. We're growing in numbers and finding our seat at the table more often. And I think continue to do that. Work hard and advocate to become a leader and share and represent your experiences and those of others that you've interacted with. When you finally get that seat at the table, look around, use your voice, and see who's missing, and then bring them to the table, right? I think we can bring that perspective if not always of having had that position to leverage others. And that will help shape equity in the future to ensure that a diverse group is able to have their voice and experiences involved in shaping healthcare policy, shaping the future, and making sure that we're being inclusive. I went into OBGYN recognizing how much women care for the world around them. They're always the caregivers for their family members. And it occurred to me that, who's taking care of those women while they're taking care of the world? And so, I try to recognize that each person that I come in contact with has different life experiences. And I can use their experiences if I listen to bring their voice to create change in those policies and the healthcare team. So bring everyone along with you. And I think that's what women can do whenever we look towards the future.
Such a great advice. Thank you for sharing with us. Dr. Gupta, for aspiring female physicians, do you have any advice on navigating the complexities of healthcare while maintaining a balance and creating meaningful impact in their careers?
Yeah, I have to say, it always strikes me that women get asked the question about balance. And I wonder how many men get asked that question. I think we should start asking them too, just to see what their perspective is and maybe to highlight that disparity. And I think when I think about navigating the complexities of healthcare and making a difference, I think it's a separate issue from balance. I think where they link is that we have to take care of ourselves in order to make the change and have the energy and the ability to sustain ourselves so we can tackle the world around us. And I've had to learn this the hard way. It wasn't part of my upbringing, this concept of take a break and self care. And so I've learned a lot over the years. I've learned to set more realistic expectations for myself, to implement more boundaries, to occasionally even say no. I've learned to build a support system over the years and have had to ask for help, taking that pause when I've hit my limit and recognizing that rest, recovery, and actual self care, different from just getting a massage once a month, but the regular parts of daily management of my soul and my spirit and my physical well-being takes time and energy, and that's not wasteful. Um, Sometimes I'm better at it than others. There are definitely weeks where I have let that all go, and there are definitely weeks where I'm able to build it in more impactfully. I'm not a great mother, daughter, wife, leader, colleague, community member, physician, all at the same time. Some weeks are better than others, and if I can get 2 out of 3 in every given week, I'll take it. And I've just really learned to let good enough be good enough, and really just what I'd say is take a deep breath, look around in terms of my advice, look around, see who's around you, who's missing, who you need to add to your support group. Um, really evaluate the work that you love. And not all of the work is work that you're going to love, and that's okay too. We also have to find, what we're responsible for and what might be a passion project that helps to drive us and keeps us motivated. And then we have to reassess it every once in a while because we change. We're not always the same person year to year to year. And so sometimes our values and our goals will change, and that's okay too.
Thank you so very much for sharing your invaluable insight and experiences with us today. Your leadership and dedication continue to inspire not only women in medicine, but also the entire healthcare community. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with us, Dr. Gupta, as we celebrate National Women Physicians Day. Thank you for all you do to advance patient safety and empower the next generation of physicians. You
Well,
are amazing.
oh, thank you so much for having me. It's truly an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.